welcome to another episode of the program Improve Seeds on Nigeria's Agricultural Research Council of Nigerian Television, ARCN TV Abuja. I am Hilda Homsen Francois. Smart agriculture, which is the mainstay of the new agriculture, which gives room to data on factors like soil conditions, weather, and crop health. Farmers can optimize the use of resources such as water and fertilizer, improve yields, reduce costs, and minimize environmental impact. The proposed solution leverage on soil moisture, temperature, and humidity sensor connected to an Arduino-based microcontroller to automate irrigation based on real-time data. Farmers can remotely monitor and manage irrigation schedule through mobile devices, ensure precision and convenience.
Today is a very great day in the lives of ACReSAL project. The World Bank, in its own wisdom, had organized this very important day for all the project ACReSAL participating states to come along with their produce, to sell their produce, to display, to showcase what they have been doing in their various states. But you may agree with me that what we are doing in the state is not all that you'll be seeing displayed here, because space and time may not allow us to. But seeing within this podium, you can see a number of photos, number of pictures depicting what Plateau State ACReSAL have done on the lives of Plateau State people. Plateau State ACReSAL is one project that the people of Plateau State welcome it very well. Plateau ACReSAL is a project in the state that has become a household name. Why is it so? Because of the interventions that the project had and because of the impact that the project is having on the lives of community members. You know, this project is very significant. It covers impact on agriculture that you can see displayed here. These are agricultural products. We first started the greenhouse, establishment of the greenhouse, which is a new technology under the smart agriculture that we are practicing. You discover that that technology is one that we want our community to learn a lot from it. And of course, if you go to Plateau State, we have expanded the establishment of greenhouses in so many communities within the 3 senatorial zones that we have. Why is it so? Because this greenhouse increases the yields, and then the produce that are produced within the greenhouses are always disease resistant. And of course, these greenhouses is a technology that I told you that is self-regulating in terms of temperature. And so it needs limited number of workers to maintain. And so it is also a technology that uses little water. So there are quite a number of advantages that come along with this technology. As I want to tell you that more communities in the state, it does not cost much to carry out this greenhouse business. So many people have been trooping in. As I talk to you, many of the states that are into ACReSAL states have now borrowed the technology from Plateau State. You know, Plateau State is a home of vegetables because of the weather, because of the topographical area, and of course, it can support any kinds of vegetables that is done. Presently, we have built about 8 greenhouses scattered around the Plateau State area, both in northern, southern, and central zones of the state. If you look around under agriculture, we discover that there are some poor people among the communities, especially women, vulnerable women in the society. So the wisdom of Plateau State ACReSAL deem it fit to impact the lives of some of these vulnerable women in the communities. Most of them are passionate about agriculture, but they don't have the means. They don't have the capital. And so we made a request by the World Bank, and the World Bank granted us approval to supply some of these vulnerable communities with improved livestock. You can see the pictures here. Sheep, goat, piggeries, and a lot of them poultry. And of course, we are hearing testimony. They have been coming to our office to give testimony of the yield of the investment in which they are making. They are making a lot of profits, and their livelihoods have actually changed seriously. Not only that, the CRF, that's Community Revolving Fund, that was also granted unto us by the World Bank. Presently in Plateau State, we have imparted 10 communities that have over 15 to 20 members who are beneficiaries of this revolving fund. I can tell you that during the dry seasons, most of these community beneficiaries are making a lot of profits.
I would try to say that out of your produce now you have dry season produce too.
Very well, this is just a little out of the many things. If this thing were in the dry season, you would have seen more of it, because so many of the beneficiaries collected this loan to embark on dry season farming. And of course, it has impacted their life. They are committed to repayment of the loan so that other beneficiaries can as well collect the money and revolve it round. So,
all right, so sir, now what I want to know is that with the initiative and the development that ACReSAL have given, has that reduced the high price of some of the food products, and then I think it's available for consumers to get access to it?
yeah,
I don't think farmers for like us will not want to answer that your question, because the cost of production is on the increase, and if you say the price should reduce at the market, then the farmer is at loss.
But the farm produce is not available.
The farm produce are available.
Now, how do you manage the crisis in this situation, the insecurity surrounding most of the locations where all these are being produced? How is ACReSAL looking at this to bring to our farmers, and how comfortable are they to go into farming to make this available?
For us, we are comfortable because ACReSAL have done a lot in terms of peace building management. They have brought us and the headers together. We have sat down, we have talked, and we have looked at the mutual benefit that both of us are going to have, because the farmers used to collect manure, cow dungs from the headers, and we used it in our farm. And when we are done farming and harvesting, they will come with their own cattle and graze the farm. So they understand that mutual symbiotic relationship. So, and they are honoring it. We are keeping our own and they are keeping their own. For now, in all the communities where ACReSAL are, we don't have that challenge of crisis between herders and farmers because of that peace building initiative that ACReSAL have been doing for us.
All right, and then we have potato blight that is really affecting most of our farmers. What has ACReSAL done?
That is another good one. ACReSAL, before now, we used to borrow knapsack sprayers from colleagues. But when ACReSAL came to our communities, they discovered that challenge, and then they bought a lot of knapsack sprayers and distributed to farmers. In fact, in our communities where ACReSAL is domiciled, every farmer have a knapsack sprayer, and they have tutored us how to use it and when to use it. So we are doing it. This year in Plateau State, we have 0 to nothing challenge of blight on potato farm.
Now, for the farmers that are not continuing to be part of ACReSAL, how do they get this knowledge of the pest control so that they can also apply it on their farms? Are there programs organized for them, or how do you advocate that?
They are seeing us that are ACReSAL members. They are seeing our farms, and farmers have a way of communication. Sometimes we meet in the marketplace and we begin to talk and share our challenges, share our stories, and then we get to tell them, wow, for us in our community, ACReSAL intervened. This is what they have done for us, and this is how they have been helping us. So in that way, they are getting to know more about ACReSAL, and they are willing to come to be part of ACReSAL. But you know the challenge is the limited resources, and so many people want to benefit. But ACReSAL, I want to say kudos, they have done so much for us.
And how do you balance the gender issue?
In my community, particularly in my community, the CFR loan that was given, we have 40 men that have benefited and 35 women that have benefited because it's a revolving loan. Once these ones pay back that loan, we take it to other CRF. So 75 people were supposed to benefit. 40 men and 35 women benefited. Yeah.
Alright, so can you now tell us what are some of these young people?
Those from Netherlands, they say no. It's the Netherlands that first had potato. So if you are giving it to Irish, you'll be offending them. So you just call it potato. Don't say Irish potato because you give ownership to the Irish. So they don't like it. And this one thing, you know this one, whenever you see this, it's our trademark in Plateau.
They come in varieties.
They come in varieties, plenty. We have Connect, we have Marabel, we have Nicola, we have one is called Okonko, and so many varieties. There's one they call Christian Lady. Maybe you will love to hear that.
Are they all growing on the platform?
Yeah, very well. There are other places are also claiming that they produce potato, like Zaria. They produce actually, but not to the quality of Plateau. And when you cut it, you see the inside is hollow. The one from Zaria is hollow, but our own is firm. And so when you take it out again, their own gets rot faster, but our own stays longer than their own. Yeah.
Alright, so
Here again we have this eggplant. I don't think people know about eggplant. They don't know. It's only grown in Plateau.
so what is eggplant? Let's know.
Eggplant, you can eat it raw. You can eat it with salad. It's a vegetable, and it does a lot. Low cholesterol, antioxidant. It has minerals like manganese and potassium, vitamins like vitamin A, vitamin B6, and vitamin C. It's very good. It helps the heart. And it fights. It boosts the immune of the body to fight destruction of the damage of the cells. This eggplant, and this one we call it screw pepper. Screw pepper, because of the twisting nature of the pepper. Some people call it Chinese pepper, and it does quite a lot. Some people say pepper is just to encourage you to eat. It's not true. This one has some antioxidants in it too. And it has some vitamins and minerals also that helps in building the body. You know, we in Plateau, we don't just eat to live. We don't just eat to survive, to fill our stomach. But we eat to be healthy. And we have a lot of healthy foods on Plateau that when you eat it, they mostly like these vegetables, they build your system so much. This pepper and this one. Other places does green pepper, but this is red bell pepper, reddish in nature. This is yellow. We brought this one yesterday looking green, but because of the hotness of the place, it's breaking the color to yellow. And it has more nutritional value than the green one. This pepper, you can Google it. It has more nutritional value than the green pepper, and it does quite a lot. And you know one thing it does is that it's giving us a lot of options when you go into farming. Not like other places when you go, it's only maize, guinea corn, and no option again. So every farmer is farming maize, every farmer is farming this. But when you come to Plateau, we have a lot of options.
Finally, I think you need to know, if you are familiar with Jos Wildlife Park, have you been there before? This is a very nice area where visitors, where tourists, fun seekers from all around the world come there to entertain themselves and have pleasure. Before the intervention of ACReSAL, that place had become an eyesore because there are a lot of bastardization, encroachment, illegal activities that were going on there. But because of ACReSAL, if you go there now, the entire place is being fenced. courtesy ACReSAL. We are giving it a live fencing. And of course, it's looking beautiful. Apart from the fencing there, all the structures, all the buildings, all the infrastructure within that vicinity have been renovated. You can see, have a glance at some of these things here. Look at this one. This is a beautiful edifice that is the administrative block of Jos Wildlife Park. Before, if you were there, you wouldn't see any structure of this nature. You can come here. These are called the gift shops. They are properly being renovated by Plateau State ACReSAL. And then we also have a place called the Museum. Where is it? It's Museum. I think this is the Museum. This place is where you can see artifacts, things that were there time immemorial, for visitors to have a glance and see. And so a lot of new changes are taking place in Jos Wildlife Park. Apart from these things that you are seeing, we have also procured and distributed rangers' uniform. Those who are responsible to take charge of the park, to be able to deal with people who are encroaching the park. So we also procured surveillance vehicles where they move around to chase out those who are doing illegal activities. So Jos Wildlife Park now is wearing a very nice shape. Apart from allowing visitors to come and entertain themselves, it also augments the revenue of the state government, because visitors that are coming to seek funds pay some tokens before they are allowed to enter. So with this beautification of the Jos Wildlife Park, you discover that the revenue base of the state has now been risen. So still ongoing are other activities like the road network within the park, and of course before the ACReSAL there was no water in Jos Wildlife Park. But if you go there, we have drilled 3 solid solar powered boreholes, and we have a distributing tanks that can discharge water to any part of the park. So you need to take a lift and go to Jos and experience that. Another very important work that Plateau ACReSAL has also accomplished is the rehabilitation of a gully within Plateau Club, Bingham University site, that hitherto before the coming of ACReSAL, it was threatening to both lives and properties within the corridor of that gully. But if you go there now, that drainage, that gully is being rehabilitated up to 60% completion. So it's given the township a beautiful outlook, and of course it has saved so many lives, most especially small children that usually go to school. That gully has claimed so many lives, but for now it is being put to right shape, that of course we can go on and on. You ask my this beneficiary whether how we cope with security challenges. He had mentioned a solid point that we have peace building. In Plateau State, we have peace building agencies where communities, headers, and then farmers do interact. They used to go around to sensitize committee on the need to live in peace. And we also engage a consultant called Focal NGO. Their role is to go around and sensitize community on the need to live in peace, on the need to own the projects that ACReSAL is providing for them. And so quite a number of things is happening on the plateau.
The market space in Plateau State will have an agro-tech focus, providing an innovative facility designed to house cutting-edge technology for enhancing agricultural practices. The Jos Agro Innovation Market Space will give entrepreneurs, investors, and artisans the tools to turn ideas into prototypes, prototypes into businesses, and businesses into industries. Additionally, the Innovation Hub will not only create employment opportunities, but will also drive innovation and sustainable development across the communities in Plateau State. Thank you for being part of the program. Keep a date with us next time. I remain Hilda Homsem Fuantam, urging you to take good care of yourself and let's kick hunger up Nigeria. Bye.